So good afternoon to everyone. I welcome you all in this video lecture. So in previous lecture, yesterday's lecture, we studied about, day before yesterday's lecture, we studied about the thrust block. We studied about the various types of stresses which come on the pipe. And in that, one stress was the stress at the bend of the pipe. Under that, we studied how to reduce that, how to handle or how to resist that thrust. Okay, which come under come when whenever there is change in direction of the pipe or when there is a T junction. So because of that thrust, the pipe may get separated from the joints. So to avoid that, we have to provide a thrust block at that point. And here we have studied what is the meaning of thrust block and the design of thrust block. This theory part we have studied, and then we have solved one problem based upon that. Okay. So in thrust block, this is the formula which gives the value of thrust or the force which will be exerted on that particular joint. Okay, and how to balance this thrust, we need to provide the thrust block against this particular thrust, and this thrust block will oppose that thrust force with the help of the frictional resistance and then passive earth pressure and active earth pressure. Okay, so we have studied how to find out that resultant force, frictional resistance, by using this formula, and then how to find out the active earth pressure and passive earth pressure forces. And we have solved this problem based upon this. So our next point is storage and distribution reservoir. So before moving to this point, it will be better to have practice of one more problem. We will solve one more problem to have a better understanding, clear understanding of the concept. Those students who have not having any kind of difficulty or problem, they will get more uh, clear idea about designing a thrust block. Okay, so here we will solve one more problem based upon this thrust block, and then we will go to the next point. So write down in your notebook this problem. Design a thrust block for 1000 mm diameter conveying water at a pressure of 11 kg per centimeter square. Design a thrust block for 1000 mm diameter conveying, okay, diameter pipe conveying water at a pressure of 11 kg per centimeter square at a location where deviation angle is 45 degree. Deviation angle means change in direction, that angle which is represented by letter theta, it is 45 degree in a horizontal plane. The subsoil has a density of 1750 kg per meter cube. The subsoil has a density of 1750 kg per meter cube, comma. The angle of internal friction, the angle of internal friction, phi is equal to 30 degree, and cohesion is 0, means C value is 0. The velocity of flow in pipe is the velocity of flow in a pipe is 2.1 meter per second. Take density of concrete as density of concrete as 2400 kg per meter cube. 2400 kg per meter cube. See, this problem is similar to the previous problem we have solved day before yesterday. So just follow that same procedure to solve this problem and let me know the answers from your side. Okay. First write down the given things. The pipe is given of the diameter 1000 mm. So write down there D is equal to 1000 mm. Convert that diameter in meter. It will be 1 meter. Then they have given the internal water pressure. Okay, how much it is? 11 kg per centimeter square. In the second line, you can see that 11,000 kg per centimeter square, 1100. You just 11 kg per centimeter square. So now here the unit of the pressure is kg per centimeter square. So we need to convert that kg per centimeter square to kg per meter square, because all other linear dimensions are in meters. So we need to convert this centimeter in meter. Okay. So how to do that conversion? Already we have discussed about this many times. We have to multiply it by 10 to the power 4. How it has come? 10 to the power 4. See, 1 centimeter is equal to 1 meter is equal to how much centimeter? 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 2 meter centimeter. And if you do the squaring on both sides, 1 meter square will equal to 10 to the power 4 centimeter square. Okay. Now, if I want to convert this centimeter square in meter square, I need to have a 10 to the power 4 power on this side. Okay. So here we put that power 10 to the power 4 kg per 10 to the power 4 here. Okay. 1 meter square is equal to 10 to the power 4 kg centimeter square. Now here, this power is in this value is in denominator. Okay. So 1 centimeter square is equal to how much? It will become 10 to the power minus 4 meter square, right? Now instead of this centimeter square, we are putting meter square. Means we have to put here in denominator 10 to the power minus 4 meter square. When this will go in the numerator, it will become plus. Okay. Then angle theta is given 45 degree. Then mass density of the soil is given, that raw soil is equal to 1750 kg per meter cube. Angle of internal friction phi is equal to 30 degree and c is equal to 0. It has been given. Then velocity of flow is given, v is equal to 2.1 meter per second. Then density of concrete is given 2400 kg per meter cube. Then you will need area of the pipe to find out the weight of water inside the pipe. You can easily find out this area. Then use this formula to find the horizontal thrust. P is equal to 2a in bracket rho w v square upon z plus pi sine theta upon 2, and find out the value of P. So here I am explaining you the logic, how what the things we are going to do here, right? And you have to solve this problem. Those students who have not yet understood the how we solve the problem, previous problem, or how to design a thrust block. So please have a look here. So first of all, with the help of that formula, we find out the horizontal thrust in kg. Okay, and after that, after finding this horizontal thrust, we assume the dimensions of the thrust block, whatever the thrust block is there. We assume the dimension here as a 3.5 meter by 3.5 meter by 3.5 meter. So the question may come in your mind that why only 3.5 meter? So it is not restricted, no restriction here. You can take it as a 3 by 3 by 3, or you can take it as by 4 by 4 by 5, 4, depends upon you. Okay. So whatever the results are there, they come closer to this value. That's why we are taking it as a 3.5 meter by 3.5 by 3.5. After taking these dimensions, we find the frictional resistance there. Okay. Frictional resistance offered by this pipe. frictional resistance. This frictional resistance is acting against this value P. So there are three forces which will against this value of P. One is the frictional resistance. Then we find second thing as a passive earth pressure, and third we find active earth pressure. Okay, so these three forces, they are acting against this particular horizontal thrust. Okay, to keep that particular pipe joint at that position only. Okay, to avoid the separation of the joint, so we provide a thrust block here of these dimensions. And after finding these three values, what we do, we find out, we do the addition of this and find out what is the total resistance offered by this thrust block, and we check whether this thrust block, this total resistance offered by thrust block, whether it is greater than twice of the horizontal thrust. Okay, so because here we are considering the factor of safety greater than 2. Okay, for this factor of safety, the value of PR, it should be greater than this value 2P. Okay. And if this value of PR, that is total resistance offered by the thrust block, if it is coming less than or equal to value of P, then what we have to do? What we have to do here? We have to increase the dimensions of the thrust block. Earlier, we have considered the dimensions as a 3.5 by 3.5 by 3.5. Now, let us increase that dimension by 0.5 meter and put it as a 4 by 4 by 4. And again, we have to follow the same procedure. Means we have to find out what is the value of PR. Now, if this PR value, if it is coming greater than twice P, this P once we have to calculate only once. It is not necessary to calculate it again and again. Okay. Now here, if this value is coming greater than twice P, then we consider this as a dimensions of the thrust block. Okay. And if even after taking this value 4 by 4 by 4, if this value is coming less than or equal to twice P, then again we have to go for another dimensions, that is 4.5 by 4.5 by 4.5. Okay, and we have to do the same iteration here, and we have to find out again value of PR. And now if this value of PR, if it is coming greater than twice of P, then we can say that this will be the dimensions of the thrust block. Okay, so this is the procedure that we have to follow for the design of thrust block. Here designing is we are finding the dimensions of that thrust block. Okay, length, breadth and height. So now you can solve this problem by your own. I will give you 5 minutes here to solve this problem. Okay, till that, solve this problem, and if you are having any difficulty, meanwhile you can ask me the your doubt or difficulty about this. Okay, and then we will move toward the next point. Those students who find the answers, you can put your answers in the chat box. Do it fast. Everyone should try to solve this problem, and if you come across any difficulty, you can ask me.